So I just caught wind of this morning. It was a tweet that I missed from Tulsi Gabbard, essentially clapping back at Meghan McCain for her ridiculous behavior when Tulsi went on The View to explain why she wanted to run for 2016. Now, as usual, Tulsi Gabbard composed herself in such a way that any leader, domestic or otherwise, any world leader even, would be graced by her presence. Like I said, she just has this enchanting nature about her, and it really would appeal to anybody, whether they would consider themselves a friend or a foe of the United States. And the reason I say that is because with Tulsi, you are not entering the room feeling like you are an adversary, because she basically approaches everyone on even ground and allow your relationship to be established right then and there. And that will determine how she will move forward while she is engaging with you on other occasions. However, Meghan McCain established that she did want to see Tulsi Gabbard as an adversary, and she was constantly berating her with question after gaslight after gaslight that really ignored the overall message of Tulsi Gabbard in that interview and in her campaign. Now, if you don't remember, Meghan McCain is John McCain's daughter. So on The View anyway, she pretends to be as conservative and neoconservative specifically as possible, which means she has to advocate for war, right? They don't get millions of dollars to advocate for peace, nor do defense contractors and become investors in these networks for peace, right? Because that's how they have to make their money. They have to sell the lie that war is necessary, resources are scarce, we're defending our country, national security, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, after that exchange where basically Meghan McCain asserted that she didn't believe that Tulsi Gabbard could be a humanitarian because she didn't believe in regime change. That's basically what Meghan McCain said. Now, Tulsi Gabbard goes on Twitter, calls out Meghan McCain, and then she calls her out by using her own father's words. You want to talk about Queen Petty? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So, Tulsi Gabbard says, for Meghan McCain and those clamoring for regime change wars, Senator McCain had this quote: "The Iraq War, with its cost in lives and treasure and security, can't be judged as anything other than a mistake, a very serious one, and I have to accept my share of the blame for it." Meghan. It's interesting. I don't think that I saw Meghan respond to this tweet yet, and if I did, or if she did, I missed it. But I seriously doubt that she responded to that. Now, why is this tweet important? Well, once again, I told y'all, stop messing with that lady. She's not playing with y'all, okay? She is not going to let you bully her. She is not going to let you push her. She's not going to let you control her narrative. She is not going to let you push her out of her pursuit of peace and prosperity, not only for the United States, but for all nations. So that's the first thing. But two, this shows that because that's what they were advocating for, right? In Venezuela, in Syria, they were advocating for regime change wars. They were advocating to establish a coup. Meghan McCain herself was advocating for a coup. She's showing you in this tweet, your father advocated for regime change in the very same way under the exact same circumstances, give or take a couple of weapons of mass destruction or so. In other words, it was created on a lie. The story was. Not only was it created on a lie, but we spent trillions, ultimately, of dollars in Iraq. It created more problems after. And your father had to sit back and say, I made a mistake, and I have to accept my part of the blame. Now, that wasn't a mistake saying, we should go to war, and then we go to war, we lose, and we come out. No, that is a multi-trillion-dollar, hundreds of thousands of lives lost and displaced type of mistake. That Tulsi Gabbard, along with myself and everyone else who is anti-war and advocates for peace and also advocates for no more regime change wars, We don't believe that the cost is worth it. We didn't then. Well, I didn't then. Tulsi Gabbard doesn't believe that now. So I am happy that Tulsi Gabbard continues to defend herself, because Meghan McCain kept cutting her off, and she won't let them control her message. If she's going to say what she has to say, whether or not she does it on your show, or whether or not she has to go to Twitter to fry you up to do it. Okay? So shout out to Tulsi. Keep bringing that fire. Thanks for watching that segment of Mi Casa es Su Casa. You can donate to our Patreon and keep helping the network grow by clicking on the link in the description below. And also, make sure you join us at JustNForm.com. And finally, make sure you subscribe to us on Roku and be part of the very first independent news network on Roku TV. But more than anything else, always remember, find your balance. Peace.